and my bail was $750,000 cash only. So I knew I was in deep shit at that point.
And did you have that money? And even if you did, can you post your own bail?
I'd flown people over, put money in their names, thinking if I get arrested, that could be used to bail me out. The cops had arrested me and all my mates on the same day, and they put a virus in my computer called a NetBus Trojan horse, and they saw where I had all my money as well, and they took everything.
Legal and illegal gains?
Yeah, all my pension from when I was a stockbroker, everything.
Everything?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's going through your head right now? How do you feel?
I'm thinking, holy shit, I'm going to have to call my parents. That is what is killing me. The purpose of having people on standby to bail me out was I would never have to turn to my parents.
Did they know what you were doing?
They flew over and they just thought I was, they saw me day trading on my computer.
Okay. They thought you were an accomplished stockbroker, or did they know better?
They knew I wasn't stockbroker anymore, but I was day trading.
Okay.
And throwing raves. I had a rave clothing store and a rave music store and everything.
Okay.
So
could be legit.
It all looked legit, yeah. There was a situation where my family flew over when I wasn't in the gated guarded house, and some guys knocked on the door who I didn't know, and they looked like they were from the scene, and they looked like there was a problem. We're watching a Bruce Willis movie in the living room at this point in time, and I tell my family, I'll just keep watching that, I'll answer the door. I've got a shotgun for home protection, so I'm thinking I can get the shotgun, my parents won't see, I'll go to the door. Go to the door with the shotgun. What do you want? We're looking for Acid Joey. Acid Joey doesn't live here. Acid Joey owes us money. Acid Joey owes me money as well. He's in San Francisco. I'd rather you didn't come to my house. And they see the gun and they ended up leaving. I turn around with the gun and my parents are seeing me stood there with a shotgun. My mum, I could just see in her eyes, the fright. And so my explanation is, in America, there's a lot of shootings. Road rage there in Arizona, when the heat is at the maximum, people just start shooting each other and killing each other on the roads. So I say, and there's always a serial killer running around on the headline news. I say it's crazy out here. Most people have guns for home protection. A lot of people do.
Yeah.
So they kind of listen to that, but in the back of their minds, it was eating away at them. Then I sent them off to Sedona, where I had a contact. One of my clients was the Red Rock Lodge when I was in the stock market in Sedona, and got them a nice jacuzzi suite up there to go and chill out in the Red Rock mountainous landscape.
All right, so they were fine. All right, so back to the jail. You got a serious charge. You can't make bail. You're worried about calling your parents. What happens? What happens next?
I call my aunt, and she says, they've got to be told and all this. And oh man, hearing the pain in my mum's voice. I don't even know if I can say the story. It just fucking kills me.
What do you tell her though? Do you know you're going to be locked up?
Just that I've got serious drug charges. Yeah, and just hearing the heartbreak after everything she's done for me for my entire life.
What does she say?
It wasn't what she said, it was the pain in the voice. It just went right into my soul.
She was disappointed with you? She was worried?
I knew, because they're such good people, that they would have my back.
But it was shameful for them, your behavior.
Well, what hurt me the most was letting them down and breaking their hearts and being so far away. And them I'm in a dangerous situation now. The worst thing they could possibly imagine their son would have done, got involved in drugs and let them down like that, and the shame and just everything just hitting me all at once. Yeah. So they said that they would do whatever they could for me. And I knew even before I got on the phone that they had my back. And it just made me feel doubly guilty and doubly sick from putting them through it. Yeah, because it was a long journey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, and then now it's time for trial and sentencing, and what happens?
26 months I'm fighting the case.
Where are you housed at this point?
I'm housed in the jail that's got the highest rate of death in America. This is Sheriff Joe Arpaio's Maricopa County jail system. National Geographic, who did my Locked Up Abroad episode, they researched it. 62 people died in that facility over 5 years around the time I was there. And they weren't just people who were murdered by the Aryan Brotherhood and the gangs. I've got videos on my YouTube channel of the guards murdering mentally ill prisoners. Yeah. One prisoner, Brian Crenshaw, was a partially blind shoplifter, failed to produce his ID for the evening meal. Guards pulverized him, broke his neck, severe internal injuries. He went into a coma. He died over a month later. Scott Norberg, mentally ill man wandering a neighborhood. They brought him in. They started beating him and electrocuting him with tasers. A female guard tried to stop it. Stop beating him, his face has turned blue. They pushed her off, they kept beating him. The inmates watching from the holding cell started yelling, "Why are you still beating him? He's already dead." And they couldn't stop themselves from beating the corpse that had already turned blue. They were like a pack of animals, just beating this corpse. And I watched these videos, and it's like the amygdala kicks in, and they're like a wolf pack. They go in, one of them starts beating the guy, they get down, the rest jump on, and you can just see the ferocity in their faces. A guy's dead, and they can't stop themselves. The complete animal side of nature has taken over.
These are guards doing
Guards.
this.
It's one thing seeing the gang members smash someone, and I saw a lot of that. I saw people's teeth just getting knocked out, bounced on the floor. I saw a guy with his leg pointing in the wrong direction. I saw a mentally ill old man who wouldn't stop babbling all day. As I walked past him, blood was just squirting out the back of his head. Now, it's one thing to see the prisoners do that, but seeing the guards do things who are supposed to be protecting you just takes it to a whole new scary level. And some of those guards as well, the family members sued the victims of the guards, sued the jail, and in federal court, and forced them to release the footage. That's how I got the footage. And some of the guards who were found guilty in federal court for those deaths, the boss of the jail afterwards, Sheriff Joe Arpaio, gave them promotions and pay rises. So this was one of the most lethal areas in Arizona ever, because the architect, Sheriff Joe Arpaio, had created this hell on earth.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's where you're there for 26 months.
26 months. And they separated me from Wildman. They put me in Tower 6. So as I go in, the AB come up to me, the Aryan Brotherhood, the skinheads, and they're like, hey, Wood, you know, what are your charges?
Wood.
Wood.
Oh, yeah.
Peckerwood.
Peckerwood, okay.
Like, hey, Wood, where you rolling from? You know.
Because Peckerwoods is a clique inside the prison, right?
Yeah. It's kind of like mate. I guess because I had no hair, I kind of looked a bit like a Wood to them. So I go in and they're like, you know, what are your charges? No, first of all, sorry, they're like, we want a word with you in the cell over there. And you can't say no, or they're just going to smash you against the wall. So go in the cell.
Is this right when you get in,
Oh, yeah.
much? Okay.
Charge check is right away. Heart check, maybe. So they put me in the cell, close the door, can't get out, biggest one's in my face, what are your charges? So I'm new to it. You know, I've read conspiracy, criminal syndicate, all this stuff. I have no idea what that means. They've not caught me with drugs. What's going on? Is there a drug deal that they're going to say on X day? All this is going through my head. I'm confused. So I say to these guys, I don't know what my charges mean. Now that is the worst answer in the world. What do you fucking mean you don't know what your charges mean? Are you a chomo? They got me pinned up against the wall now, about to smash me.
He says chomo. What does that mean?
I don't even know what chomo means.
Right, okay.
So I'm like so confused. I pull out my charge sheet. My Nat Geo episode didn't show it. I pulled out my charge sheet. They read the charge sheet, crime syndicate, conspiracy, and they see my bail is $750,000, and they love that. They're like, damn, who did you guys kill? Are you the mafia? What? I'm like, no, raves, ecstasy, didn't kill anyone.